time, my friend. There's like 5 live shows tonight.
Oh, well, Tennessee balls.
Yeah, go big eyes. Damn these.
It happens every night.
5 live shows tonight. There's only one that matters, right, Josh? Dunkin' Butts 3. It's all that matters.
All that matters. And the DG down the road.
See, we'll get to the DG.
I love the DG down the road.
Brad Fuller in the comments. He's here for all the chimp
There we go.
craziness.
Chimp craziness, baby.
Sweet.
This highway does not
33,000
know my
already.
name, and I don't care.
No.
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 Kick.
Go.
Headed my way for another place. Sing it, Trump. 3 good tires and a spare, okay?
I forgot about your
That's fair.
Trump impression.
White Line Gypsy, I'm going to get it banned for that, okay? So get there and be squared.
Low budget. Live. Actually live.
It is live.
Live with the one and only Josh Butts. Dunkin' Butts 3. Here we go. I don't know what you just did with
I don't
that.
either. Did you hear
This
it?
is your that's
There
your,
we go.
the red button's
Yeah,
you,
but
buddy.
It was Express. That's Expresses.
That is Expresses, and we'll get there. Only 50,000 tonight, so no 69,000 academic mailbox. That's a tough name to say right there. Valley Girl Trump impression again. Yeah.
I don't know what's up with that.
Start to tell them what they're watching, Josh.
You're watching Low Budget live. Okay. They said it was good, but we're going to do it again because we didn't do it as good last time, Luke. So they said it was good. It was great. So we're going to do it again.
Okay. We do have a lot to. Michelle Thomason coming in. Remind Josh to control his ADD. We have a lot to cover, and we do. And I would like to say that I've harnessed the one and only Josh Butts ADD. We've been to the dollar store.
Yep, that was.
We went to the
enough.
DG was lit in Lawrence County, Tennessee tonight, wasn't it, Josh?
Yeah,
That was your first
dog food and a bunch of getting paper towels and stuff over there, but
cigarettes, a lot of
cigarettes.
batteries being bought. Not sure what for, maybe to eat. I don't know. I saw there was a lot going on, but we got supplies. We did go get supplies so we could break it down for you from a fundamental standpoint.
I think they're going to be excited.
I think people are going to be very excited.
We threw this together in
10 minutes ago.
10 minutes.
That's
so it's going to be good.
That's kind of how we roll. But we appreciate each and every one of you tuning in. This is 3 live weeks in a row for me, I think, is where I'm at now. Yeah, Chris Johnson, Brad Fuller.
Fixed.
Yeah, my Wi-Fi is definitely fixed. We'll see. Now that you said that, it probably will go out. But we're back in the Bar and Grill for another live. So, look at this. For those of y'all listening later and not watching, this is Laura Ann Foshi Fishing.
Sparkles.
Josh's lovely bride is checking in to make sure. She likes to check in periodically through the show. In the beginning, about halfway through to see where you're at, and then a little bit later on.
Oh, Tam Tam's probably in here too.
Tam Tam
is in, and
Josh's very sweet mother-in-law.
She's very sweet, and I will say this, that I just forgot what I was going to say, but you know what? It's okay.
It's okay, buddy.
I'll figure it out in about 5 minutes. And
we got plenty of time. There's lots to digest here on Low Budget Live. This has been a crazy listen. I brought you a live last week with MPFL President Brad Fuller. It was a good time. Y'all were in the comments, and Brad brought it. He brought it. Stand-up guy, as always, and he is. I've seen him in the comments already tonight. I know what he's looking for. Oh no!
Yeah,
the boss lady is here. Miss K is also. Two of my bosses are in the comments. I don't know if that's good. Bosses in the bass fishing world. That's I don't know, on a bass fishing podcast. Miss K.
Okay. No ban, by the way, for ABT.
No. Listen. Miss K's like, bring it. Live scope them. Just live scope them up. She says. But it is, in all seriousness, it is such a different deal in a team tournament format than pro co or even at the pro level. Because, like, what do you guys do in ABT? Do y'all have a system when you're trying to scope? Like, do you have all right, Steven, you do this, I'm going to do this, or do y'all both stare at it? But how does that work for you guys? Because we see a lot of different stuff when we're out on the water covering.
Well, like in the it helps us both if we can find something without it.
Okay.
That helps out a lot. We can look and see where fish are and fish like a ledge or a point or,
You'd rather not do it.
I would rather not do it. But for instance, like fall time, they get on bait really good and they get schooled up really good. And you got the thermocline because we haven't had any rain. So they start going up and you can actually see them and you can throw on top of them, both of you. And if you see them on live scope, all you need to do is see them, and then you could both throw on them and double up. I mean,
and you may or may not have won an ABT championship.
I did win an ABT
like
championship like that. So
that's the reason.
Play late may be good too.
But Miss Casey she called me this week, and it made me nervous because she's the only person in my life that hasn't made an announcement. I'm like, what are we announcing? You announcing I'm no longer there. So, a couple things, Josh. We talked about this before. We got to let the people know about the greatest show maybe in history. You've not seen it yet.
No,
you in LA are probably going to watch this weekend. Chimp Crazy.
Yeah,
Chimp Crazy.
I walked in on
Let's
y'all.
talk about you walked in on a full-blown Chimp Crazy conversation.
I didn't know what y'all were talking about, Luke.
Yeah. You seem worried.
Yeah, I was worried a little bit because I talk on speakerphone as well. So I really do.
I'm an old man.
Laura Ann could say that. I do. Everybody gets upset with me because I literally go, speakerphone, hey, what's going on? And I talk so loud.
Yeah.
But when I walked in here and came up those steps and y'all were talking about chimps,
you were worried?
I was worried, but actually I listen to Joe Rogan a lot. So when I listen to his and I hear this chimp biting people's faces off and ripping them off, I started getting into y'all's conversation.
Buddy, chimps are not cool. They're not cool. When they get older, they fixing to rip your face off.
Yeah, well,
this show, y'all know I got to tell you, every time Josh and I think we talk about a show, when we do a Dunkin' Butts, we talk about a crazy show. And I like trash TV, okay? That's my guilty pleasure. I watch some 90 Day Fiance, Josh Butts. The low-lifers know this. I've talked about this a lot over the years. But this new show was brought to me by none other than NPFL president Brad Fuller. He asked to not be brought up in this discussion, but he did. And the reason it's so wild that Brad Fuller has watched this show is there are like 3 areas that this show takes place, and they're all around places where Brad has either lived or currently lives. He has been around the chimp game. And right? But this show is about a crazy lady that loves a monkey. She loves a monkey more than her own children. And she says that, and it's real life. It's a documentary. Same guy did Tiger King, Chimp Crazy. It's on HBO. Go watch it.
I'm going to watch it on the way home. That way I have something to watch on the way home.
Yeah, that's what you should do.
I shouldn't be watching anything on the way home, but
Tam's
in here, baby.
It's right there. Tam coming in hot. Yeah, man. Chimp Crazy. Got to watch it.
Crazy's going to be great on the way home.
Tam, you should watch Chimp Crazy right now instead of Low Budget Live because it's way better than this. But that's a new discovery in my life. Thanks to Brad Fuller. It's 4 episodes, and we knocked it out this weekend. We got 120,000 for Dunkin' Butts 3.
Well, we've got a lot. 3. We've got a lot to cover.
We do have a lot to cover. I want to thank the sponsors real fast. Gill Fishing, get on there. I got to see what the deal is right now. Hang on. Give me 2 seconds. Unprofessional. Michelle's going to yell at me.
We need to go back on our notes real quick.
We do. LBL promo is the code at Gill Fishing. I knew it changed. LBL promo, free gift with any order of any dollar amount for the month of September.
Hey, that's
you could get you some gloves. Maybe get you a little gloves. It's getting cooler in the mornings.
Hey,
they're sun gloves.
We woke up the other morning. I did. I was waiting on people to come.
Thank goodness you did.
I woke up.
Thank God.
I did.
Thank God.
Thank you for another day.
Thank you. Indeed.
And I woke up and I walked outside with one. Of course I had one shirt on, but I had a short sleeve shirt on. And I said, let me turn back around and go get my hoodie.
Yeah.
So it was hoodie weather right now. So go to Gill, get you a hoodie or any long sleeve shirt they've got because it's fall right now.
It is. They got all sorts of different weight hoodies. You can get a rain suit. You can get all kinds of stuff. But LBL promo, gillfishing.com. Pro Guy Batteries, ProGuyBatteries.com is LBL10 is your code there on all things Pro Guy Batteries. Best lithium batteries in the game as far as I'm concerned. AGMs are fantastic as well. We appreciate the folks from Pro Guy Batteries. Bait-WRX.com, bait-works.com is where you can get this little critter right here.
That's a good jig.
The little LOB jig right there, named after the one and only LOB himself, Trey Swindle.
We flip that thing on anything we come to.
That's exactly like it. Ain't scared of nothing.
I ain't
scared of nothing. Dunkin' 10 for the win right there. Dunkin 10 is your code. And last but not least, hit that red button right there, Josh Butts. Express Boats, the original all welded. And
I ain't got no cracks in that
warrior.
thing.
You've got a warrior of an Express. What model is that Express again?
It's a 80. No, it's a 90 model.
90
right
model.
At 90.
And you
and
got some hours on it.
Oh, dude, I don't have no cracks on that thing. You know why? Because it's all welded, and they've got good guys over there.
They've been building excitement since 1966. Express Boats. I'm running that 21 LE. What model is that? I mean, it's a 90, but what's the?
I forgot. It don't show it on the side. It just says
because you probably ripped it off.
Probably so. But I will say this: I wish I had.
Is it an actual Express or is it EXP? Or did somebody tell you it was an Express?
No, it's an actual Express. But I wish it was, because I would take that thing. So we've got some local guys over at Neely, and they have this tunnel hole. They go way up the Terrapin Creek and go up the river, and I'm like, they're going to win every tournament. They do, and they came second at the ABT at Neely.
Yeah, they did.
And I'm wanting to go up there with the Express and beat it around a little bit.
Do it.
I may have some holes in it because there's some rocks up there.
There's a few rocks.
I mean, you can weight it really, I think, but
forward-facing chimp crazy sonar.
Yeah.
I mean,
hey, that's going to be everybody the first period of BPT next year. They're going
LBL has covered everything from midget mud wrestling to kid fight club to basketball. That's true. The kid fight club at the that was a triple threat episode. But did you ever see that?
No, I've never seen that.
ADD. There was a kid. This is terrible, but I kind of would like to watch it a little bit. Some lady at a daycare was making the toddlers fight.
Are you kidding me?
It's in Mississippi.
Here? No, Mississippi.
Dog, it's in Mississippi. Okay.
That's a
no
Mississippi
offense.
thing.
White line gypsy getting out of Mississippi. But there were some babies throwing hands down there.
That's definitely a
the
Mississippi
triple threat,
thing.
My lovely bride brought that to my attention on this show, as a matter of fact. For sure, right there, kid. Yeah. We talked about Barbie Jeep racing. That's another fantastic thing.
I'll say this: if anybody in the comments can name all the things that Luke has talked about,
you can't.
No, I'm talking about like the YouTube pages that we've talked about. If you can name 4 of them, then I'll give you something. I don't know
anybody going through my YouTube search history. I'm real into spear fishing videos right now.
Dude, did you see the last one?
Dude.
Did you see Black Tip H's?
No, I haven't seen his. I like his stuff, but
it was good. He's kind of, I wouldn't want to fish on the boat with him. I'd throw him out of the boat.
Josh Butts has
he's just different, man. But
I got quiet, man. I got serious for a second. You got mad at Black Tip.
I like his content, but
you want to fight him.
Well, he just seems so arrogant.
Look right there in that camera and tell Black Tip H he better not ever come fishing with you.
If he does, we'll go out fishing.
Yeah.
If Black Tip H wants to come out and bass fish and go to Gunnersville in February,
saltwater fishing with Black Tip H.
I would love it. And get me a Goliath grouper, and I will not say a word, and you can boss me around whatever you want.
Catch one of them at like Shoal Creek down here by the house, maybe now. There's so many of them things now. Shout out from South Mississippi right there.
What, a Goliath grouper?
Dude, they're everywhere.
Goliath grouper everywhere?
No.
they over there in the Elk River over here.
Elk.
I'm going to drop off the bridge out there.
Elk and, you came by them earlier. One more thing we got earlier on your way here. One more thing we got to cover that I think is very important. We got to touch on this for the people. I brought this up to you earlier. And this is a phenomenon going on. And I know this, and I know this man, and he's a good man.
I'm going to let you say it. I can't do it.
No.
I get banned and canceled.
No. We ain't canceled. It's his name.
It is.
James Niggemeyer.
Niggemeyer.
Is getting, go to his social media right now. His posts have gone viral for all the wrong reasons. And James is one of the,
he's a nice guy.
He's one of the nicest, most straight-laced dudes you'll meet, and people are spamming his comments with horrible things, but they are asking for jerseys to purchase with his last name on them. And I think he's making a horrible mistake by not selling those jerseys, right?
If he could sell them, I think he can make especially
the time you're doing right now and go there.
The time of the years we're living in right now, Luke. That jersey could go all over the place.
Posts go viral.
And that would be good for his sponsors.
And James just stays the course, buddy. He's still out there telling you hot tips for fishing wherever he's at. And those comments are just full of fans. He's got new fans. He's got new fans, but you need to go.
He needs to go qualify for the leagues.
Read his no, he needs to cash in on the fact that people love his last name.
Say it again.
Nick Meyer.
Banned.
I said it right.
That's a good name. Great name. Betty had great things in high school when he came up with that name. You know, I don't know what high school he went to, but you know,
Texas high school in Texas.
That would have been a good one.
That would have been a good one.
Yeah.
All right, Josh, we have a question. Was fishing ever as polarizing? That's a great question. Was fishing ever as polarized as it seems to be becoming the last few years, or is it always a thing? I think fishing has always been dramatic.
Yes.
Tournaments, right? Is that fair to say?
Yeah,
I think because there are lots of podcasts now,
social
there are
media.
lots of, TikTok, you're trying to get a minute clip that goes viral. There's lots of, obviously the pros are trying to speak their minds too. So you have several hundred people that are always kind of throwing the news out there. I think it seems more polarizing. That being said, I think the forward-facing sonar debate is for sure the most polarizing thing we've ever seen in the sport.
100%. I mean, we don't know as fans what they used to like when the larger like flashers came out and stuff, and like when side imagery came out and all this. I don't think we saw it as much because we don't have social media.
Yeah,
I think everybody says that, but it's just the truth. Everybody can voice their opinion on a video when they're driving down the road coming back from a tournament and say, hey, I don't like this. It needs to be banned, blah, 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 because social media has such an impact on stuff. So I guarantee it was that way in the organization.
Oh, for sure. And at tournament meetings,
right?
Like running into your buddy at the boat ramps, fishing the same tournament trail. When they went to when it went from 150 to 250 horsepower ratings,
right?
That was kind of a wild time. Yes, I'm that old to remember that. And then, which wasn't that long ago. And then I remember it as far as industry wise, when Bass did away with co-anglers and they went to Marshalls, like I remember sponsors losing their minds. Like it was very, very, very polarizing for a while. The Marshall experiment worked. It's fine. We move on. But it was a hot button topic.
Yeah.
Again, not as crazy as those three little letters, Josh Butts. FFS on Dunkin Butts 3 here. Imagine if Luke had a stutter. No, I'm not saying that.
Oh, by the way, stutter. Did you see that guy? Dude, he killed Tony, the guy that's got the stutter.
Oh, yeah.
God, what's his name? He's so freaking good. He brings a lunchbox out there for everybody.
Yeah. I saw him at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, he's freaking good.
If y'all don't watch Kill Tony, go watch Kill Tony.
You need to.
Need a shirt saying, show me where FFS hurt you. I think I've seen that shirt, actually. Maybe.
Show me where Niggermeyer's at. That's the new shirt that needs to come out. Where's Niggermeyer at?
I don't think you're saying it right.
Niggermeyer. Is it? What is it? I have
James
not.
Niggermeyer.
Well, I think you got it spelled wrong.
I do not have it spelled right.
I can't read that right.
We'll pull up his social media right now.
Can you read that right?
Don't show my notes. This is Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets.
Yeah, I should have never showed that.
Right.
There's a spell going on over here.
Rocket was in Huntsville last month. Look at that.
Oh, he's awesome too. Crab guy.
When are we going to get a gummy edition of Dunkin Butts? Bag?
I don't do that at all.
I'll do it.
I know.
I'm not tonight, but
Darian needs to make a gummy with Si's face on it.
Y'all sweet tea gummy?
Yeah.
All right. Josh, are you ready for this?
Absolutely. I'm gonna be Vanna White right now.
All right. So
I'm sorry, it's really hot too.
It has been. It is hot,
and I stink. But these
understand, guys. Oh no, it's not. It's not picking it up, Josh. Here, we'll go further. We'll make it show up.
There we go.
What's it? Is it showing it?
Yeah.
This is Dunkin Butts
Rules and Regulations Roundup.
Here we go. Hit a button. Hit a button. Yeah.
There we go, baby.
Dunkin Butts Rules and Regulation Roundup.
You got it. It's in there.
Is it in? Is it in there? Okay, there we go.
See that?
Throw that one aside.
Okay.
All right, here we go. We're going back poster board.
I can do this. I can do this.
Okay.
And let you do
So
it.
the first announcement last Monday, we had Brad Fuller on MPFL. Here we go. For those of you at home, the National Professional Fishing League.
Forward-facing sonar.
Banned. Get it out of here.
Get it.
No.
Throw it.
Oh, no.
Oh, there it goes.
Beer down.
Hey,
It's okay.
sorry, I got
Sometimes in the name of
this
science and research, beers get spilled, and it's okay.
Dang, you know what? We was wanting to get pink one. I was wanting to get him pink ones. I think it would have showed up, but
Black
Here we
probably
go.
would have worked
Oh, hold
better,
on.
to be
All
fair.
right. So MPFL's out.
MPFL,
That's
no forward-facing sonar.
That's it.
You get
Don't
out of
have to worry
here.
about
Don't
that.
you even show up with
Nope.
it. Can't
Nope.
practice with it. Can't anything. Okay. Then a couple days later, Josh Butts,
this
on
is going to
Wednesday.
take a while.
This is going to take a while. The Bass Angler Sportsman Society, Bassmasters. Here we go.
There we go.
This
Bass
is we go. Bass
limitations.
You got 55 inches of screen, total screen. Okay. Only one. Oh, I left one off.
No, only
only
one
forward facing. Yeah. No crappie brakes.
Nope.
Do not put those.
Don't even come up with those things.
No
up there.
trolling motor on your power pole ever again. You get it out of here. No saltwater Garmin transducer either.
Nope.
Don't do that. It's supposed to be really powerful. You can see them 16 miles away. That's what they say.
Yep.
Koya Fujita will catch one all over the place.
I love how we can't see her face at all.
That's okay.
It's okay.
The people are here to be informed.
Yeah.
They're here to be informed. Dunkin Butts 3. Okay.
You can just see your
Then dot.
Go flip it over.
Here we go.
There you go.
Then this camera.
God, I stink. I'm sorry. All right, here we go.
What does this one say?
Bass continued.
Okay.
The 2025 schedule drops. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Let me
Raise
go.
it up. No info rule
Nope.
changes. Oh, we're not there yet?
No, yeah, you're there.
We'll go back to the schedule in a minute.
Okay. No info rule changes January 1st.
Yes.
You can't. No, we don't like that.
And all of a sudden, the anglers and the fans said, what
They're
are
mad.
they doing?
But guess what? The rookies
Some of the
love
rookies-
it.
That's Josh.
They love
That's
that.
a Josh Butts line that I really love.
Yeah, they love it.
Certain rookies love the rule.
But
But
throw it away. Is that right? Yeah.
yes. Then on Sunday, Bass pulled the
Uno reverse.
reverse.
No information
So
ever.
hope all you punks out there didn't buy any waypoints
Yeah, you suckers.
because now you're getting
Yeah,
disqualified.
especially if it was after the 8th.
September 8th, right?
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
That's when it went into effect. So reverse Uno
Uno.
card, Bassmaster. So it was like you can get all the dang information you want till January 1st, and they're like, nah, and you know some folks was burning up their thumbs. I talked to an Elite Series friend of mine. He'll remain nameless because he doesn't like the spotlight as much. And I said, dude, are you just calling around trying to see if you got some buddies? He goes, no, I'm trying to see if they actually stick with this, because he was so nervous. He's like, man, I don't want to go get a bunch. And then they go a week from now, because everybody was losing their mind so much. Anglers were being very vocal about it.
Yeah.
Fans were too. And for me, no info is the hardest thing to police. Obviously, we see it all the time. There's crap goes on. We've talked about it out here on Dunkin Butts before.
Could you imagine the phones that were ringing?
Oh my gosh, man.
When the rule came up, I'm not going. I would say the top 5 in the EQs. Can you imagine when that schedule came out and the rules were there? Like,
you're like, let's get some dots.
Hey man,
hey buddy,
I've got a pocketbook that's got a card in. I can even Venmo you. Is that tax? Is that tax deductible? Well, can we get to the schedule?
I'm not sure.
After the MLF,
we'll wrap back to it.
Okay.
Because Josh Butts, there was more to come.
Yeah.
MPFL started the week. MPFL started the week with fireworks.
Yeah.
Fireworks.
All right, you ready?
Fireworks. And then not to be outdone, on Friday evening around 5 p.m. Friday at 5, the one and only MILF League.
The
MILFs. Am I good?
Yep. Limitations.
Okay, limitations. Tell us about the limitations.
All MLF.
Every circuit.
Every one of them.
Only two.
Only two. Two forward-facing sonars allowed.
360
counts.
Yep.
And then move up a little bit.
Okay.
No screen on your front deck higher than 18 inches. Okay. No, that can't be done. Okay.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Every circuit.
You're going to have to fish with a glare.
Yes.
Okay?
Continue. That's for all MLF.
Hold it. I got it. There we go.
Okay. All MLF. Here we go. Bass Pro Tour.
Here we go.
Top level.
This is
top
Jacob
level.
Wheeler's
This
league
is Jacob
right
Wheeler in DC.
This is it. All right.
Alton Jones Jr. This is what they got to deal with now.
Forward-facing sonar allowed for one of the periods.
Out of three. Only three. So, and I like this.
Yeah, this is actually really
I like
good.
this. We'll get to that, but I like this.
Pro must declare
at the beginning
of the period.
Yep.
Okay.
We'll be allowed at heavy hitters.
Yep.
Because they're all fishing out of the same boats.
Yep. And then tackle warehouse.
Rest in peace, FLW Tour, RIP.
Day one, forward-facing sonar allowed. Day two,
no,
you can't have that.
You get it out of here.
I hate that.
They're going to put a device on it so you can't use it. I think something like that.
Day three, allowed.
It's allowed.
Get that out of here.
When you thought you were done with forward-facing sonar, if you make the final date, guess what? You're using it again.
Golly,
using it again. I don't like that.
That's weird.
I like hybrid. I love the period thing with the BPT.
Yeah.
I like that. It is. I think that'll make those tournaments different, but that and the invitational, that was a little weird. That's a little wonky.
This one's even weirder.
This one is weird. This last slide here is
very strange because
184,000.
Let's just go ahead and reveal this one. This is very strange.
Okay.
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 MLF
MILFs continued.
Yeah, yes. MILFs continued.
BFL and Toyota.
No
change. You do what you want to do.
Yep.
Well, 2 forward-facing sonars.
Yeah.
You can't have 15.
Nope. But college.
No change.
No change.
No.
But why?
I don't know.
If you're going to high school, you need to learn stuff, right? Before you go into college.
Yeah, that's what they say, but no.
No forward-facing sonar.
You're not going to use it. You're not going to use it.
Bullcrap.
Get it out of here. And that has been the Dunkin' Butts Rules and Regulations Roundup,
baby.
Brought to you by Dollar General.
DG, baby. There's
DG.
There's another one 2 miles down the road. I guarantee you. It's got different work.
They're every. Yeah, well, that one lady was very upset.
Look the same mamas.
That one lady was very upset about what her pay rate was there. And she openly told us that twice.
Card readers don't work over there either.
No.
Do you want to go through the schedule of
Let's talk the limitations.
Okay.
And then we'll go schedule.
Okay.
Then we'll go schedule. Because we can look at all the schedules except for MPFL. The schedule's not.
Yeah.
Low key, listen. Your wife coming in the comments, coming in hot. Low key, that actually helped me. Yeah. I'm not joking. I didn't do it being funny.
No, it helps.
There's a lot to digest. Unfortunately, that is a giant ball of confusion if you're a fan. And I think that is something that makes our sport so difficult. Is you have 3 different organizations. Everybody plays by a different set of rules, even more so now. So it is very, very tough to, I don't know, to grasp it all.
You know, I mean, it all happened in like a week and a half, 2 weeks. And everybody was getting like, oh my gosh, winter. And then it was like I told her that as well. I said, you know, this whole thing's like all the leagues play in checkers.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was like.
Let me ask you this. Do you think if MPFL doesn't announce on Labor Day that the other announcements all come in the same week? Because nobody can, it's like no child left behind. You know what I mean? Like nobody wants to be the guy in last place making any kind of announcement.
I think that. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I'm sure Bass was getting ready and MLF was getting ready for the announcement, but I'm talking about all of them being in the same week was like, really?
Yeah, I think that. You know, because one organization can't come out and say something there. Everybody goes back on their social media, like I said.
Oh, yeah.
Well, when's Bass or when's MLF going to come out?
Well, I think for Bass, too, you had a lot of elite guys that were applauding MPFL's decision and were making public posts about it. So then, you know, Bass probably feeling that like, we got to announce something.
Oh, 100%.
And we've been hearing the limitations talk for a long, long time. I've been hearing it about half the season, to be honest. And that's where it ended up with. All right, let's go there. We know NPFL. No, get it out of here. So bass, what do you think? 55 inch? Do you?
Man, I don't think it really changes.
It didn't change a lot.
I mean, it's like we had Kyle Patrick on that one time, and he likes four-face sonar. I think 75% of your field does, but they use it for something. I mean, you can use it for structure, you can use it for everything, but there's only a few people that's going to really mess up, and I think it's the Japanese anglers. I mean, you hear them
boys
talk.
Are running a lot of them.
Well, you
running
can
a lot of deucers.
You can hear them talk as well, where they don't know what a fish looks like on side scan.
Yeah, like Taku said it on the show. Yeah.
So when they go in side scan, they use both of them to look out. So that helps them a lot. But I mean,
2 forward facings on the jack plate.
Correct.
Yeah.
But like Jordan said the other day, Jordan Lee, what he said is he was like, man, I ran that thing for one day in practice and it fell right off the boat. Like he was like, I
put one on the back of mine last year because it was kind of a sneaky deal last year. Nobody was talking about it. And Trent Palmer, shout out TP, Sonar Pros, told me about it. And I put like one of the little manual little poles. I didn't like it. Yeah. I didn't think I gained anything over side like idling. That's too much for me. I've got 3, which I know, poor me, 3 graphs on my boat, but I know, poor me, but I run one at the console. I run a small Lowrance on the front for mapping, and then I run live scope. Like that's my electronic setup.
Yeah, I mean, I think
which is simple these days. It blows my mind from what I used to have. I used to have a little bitty Lowrance on a center console Triton aluminum boat back in the day.
Gen 1s,
dude,
Gen 2s.
This was before there was gens.
Really? So yeah,
this was before there was gens. This was like late 90s, dog.
I had those. I got the Gen 2s on my Bumblebee, and I thought I was the real deal when I had those, buddy. That's how we won up. Actually, like no kidding.
Bumblebee
at Lake Barkley. Side scan was our best friend, and we won that tournament 60 miles away from Dover Island and going all the way up almost to Kentucky Lake, and won on this one little spot with side scan on Gen 2. And it was like, this is unreal.
Side scan is still the juice.
It is.
It's still the juice.
It's better, but
it's way better now. Yeah. Some of the Mega Live stuff is just silly.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But like I said, I don't think it's going to hurt anybody. I really don't.
Well, a guy like Patrick Walters, I watch him constantly in the NPFL. One transducer.
Yeah.
He's got
Justin
one.
Hamner.
He might have one for perspective mode or whatever, but dude, I've never seen him use that. Like he's a one transducer guy. It's not going. Let me ask you this: when we'll get to the schedule, but like, is that going to change anything? I know you said, but it's still going to be heavily forward-facing sonar.
Very much so.
Right?
Yeah.
Next year.
Absolutely.
Like even with the schedule, like guys are so dangerous with it now in real specific situations that I feel like even if it's shallow, Okeechobee. Look at what Scott Martin did this year.
All you got to do is turn on perspective. He didn't use it.
It's still dangerous.
Yeah, he didn't use forward facing. He used it in perspective mode.
But taught everybody a lesson.
Yeah.
And obviously more people know that now, but
well, with the schedule we'll get into later, I mean, it's going to play a big factor at it.
No doubt about it. Yeah.
But yeah, like I think the whole thing is like it's all about money. Like I was telling you about earlier when we was in the truck, I said, man, it's all about money. I mean, I'm not trying to say it's all about money for the keeping the forward facing sonar in there. I'm just saying you go and buy $100,000 bass boat, and I've heard it said, I think Greg Hackney said it. Someone said it, $100,000 bass boat, and then you go and spend $135,000 on your bass boat. You go win an Elite Series tournament, it's $100,000. I mean, if you get lucky and win a classic, you got some profit. But unless you've got really good sponsors that pay everything, and to help you out, then I mean, it's a tough game.
That's the part I don't like about it is it is continuing to get harder and harder and harder.
Absolutely.
And it is getting more expensive. Look, man, like we talked too on the way to the DG. Like there's a lot of folks I see that just fish every day. I don't know how they do it.
Yep.
More power to them. Fist bumping.
Yeah.
Good job. Glad you're able to do that.
Too.
Well, yeah, they got to be single.
I mean, you can't.
I'd be single pretty quick if I did it, but not by choice.
Yeah,
Triple threat
exactly.
be pulling out of here. She's like, "Oh, you're taking the express again today, and you're not doing any work. Cool."
Hey, Laura Ann, she'd hop on the boat, but she gets jealous because she can't because
she works in the industry.
Yeah,
though. It's work for her.
I know it. Yeah.
For sure. 193,000 Josh Butts on Dunkin Butts.
Oh, Dunkin Butts, man.
Dunkin Butts good. 3. Yeah, I was. I feel like, get the saltwater transducer out of there. Okay. The crappie breaks thing, I don't think I understand that ban, but
you want me to break that down? I know 100% the reason that they broke it down.
Yeah,
and took
hit
it
me
away.
with it because I don't know. I've never used them.
I've used them. I've used them on Waylon's boat that is partners with Justin Hamner.
Okay.
In the ABT 100s.
Okay.
And me and Waylon went out one day, and I used them for the first time. And I like to throw a jerk bait sometimes on 4-face sonar, pretty good bit. And I could see where it does help you. And I think that's why they took it out, because it is like loan lining. So if you say you've got a fish at 60 foot and he's chasing that thing all the way, he's right up underneath it the whole way to the boat. When he gets up to 30 foot and you're here, your boat's here, your bait's here, and it keeps closing in, all you got to do is back up and keep that. And,
I get it.
And undo the spool and keep, so it's long lining.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I can back up all the way. If I have a fish in the mouth of Town Creek and I want to go all the way to the back side of Town Creek with that fish, and it's a good one, it's going to help you, and he finally bites at the end of Town Creek, I think it's long line. But that's taking a lot. I mean, you could see it however you want to, but I also think that's taking a lot of time out of their day too to do that.
My brain doesn't work good enough.
I've got an ADD brain.
Somebody will clip that. But like, dude, I'd be mashing the wrong button. I'd be putting the power pole down. I can't run 13 different trolling motors on my boat. I'm excited because of blobs chasing my little blob on the screen,
But they're so good, man. They, like you said, when you go out there fishing every day, it's just like if you play Mario. Me and Luke talked about this in DG too, playing Mario Kart. Okay. If you play Mario Kart enough, you know how to drift. You know how to hit the right buttons and stuff. Well, if you do it all the time, you can get proficient with it just like that. That's why the pros they're just so good with just typing in stuff.
Michelle Thompson, this is a great question. Will Garmin just come out with one big transducer for both purposes? I think yes.
Yeah, kind of like a T, I get.
Yeah,
like
maybe. But I'm sure. So I know a lot of folks at Garmin. Was with them for a lot of years on the pro staff side, and I know for a fact they've got stuff that would melt people's brains. Yeah. The problem with a lot of it is battery power.
Yep.
And batteries are getting better with the lithium side and things like that, but just what is practical in a bass boat kind of thing, or a saltwater boat, whatever the case is. But they've got some technology that they've already got that I think would make every Randy Blockett fan move. Maybe just make a move to Mexico.
And we're not done. They're not done with bans or trying to make everything equal, because I said it on the show. AI, man. When is it? It's going to come, and that's going to be the new topic. Oh, yeah. When is that? When that comes, you'll think we're stupid talking about this, and then we're going to be like, "Holy crap! I don't want people knowing what I'm throwing here. I don't know when I put a waypoint, everybody else gets it." And because you got to think
some
about
scary tech out there.
It's scary, very scary.
Is the banana peel and Mario Kart equivalent to FFS?
Pretty much.
Red turtle shell, dude.
That's everybody.
No, that's red turtle shell. Yeah. Red turtle shell's the equivalent.
Yeah, but FFS. A lot of times you miss that.
The red turtle shell?
If you're good enough, you can miss it.
Green turtle
the green turtle. Yeah, the red turtle shell, it tracks you down like a missile, don't it?
Lights out.
Yeah.
Yeah, red turtle shell's good night.
No. Oh, no, it's the bomb. Because it, boom, and you spin around, and you can't, or the ink, too. The
Mark Clear Day, the star is FFS, the nanner peel is just 360. Well, then what's the red turtle shell?
What's the red turtle shell? Yeah. Oh, we haven't even talked about how that's hurting our industry is the jig head minnow. And Everybody coming out with
is this Josh Trump again?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Josh Trump on jighead minnows.
Jighead minnows, they need to be banned. They need to be gone. We're losing the 6XD. It used to be a great bait. I used to throw them all the time with the red, the red crankbait was actually really good for the summer, but I'm not going to say much, okay? But the 6XDs, where are they going? How are they selling? It's all about, okay, Luke, it's all about the jighead minnow.
I love Josh Trump.
Thank you.
It's just not a good Trump. It's just not a good Trump.
It's not. Oh, I can do
Valley Girl Trump is the best way to describe
Hey,
it.
I can do a good Joe Biden too.
Can you? Oh, that's the Adam Ray.
Yeah.
The red turtle shell from James Watson FX21, not to be confused with JMFW. Red turtle shell is spotlight. That's true.
You sucker. You sucker.
You sucker. You sucker.
I wish you did have a punch button on here.
I think it's going to be where you can lock the trolling motor on a fish like autopilot.
They do that in the offshore right now.
Yeah,
they can lock down on a blue marlin.
Be careful talking about this, because out of all the things I've received hate for over the years, I posted a clip of me and Trent Palmer talking about this exact thing on Facebook, and I had people in my DMs just
really
saltwater people are, and I love the saltwater fish. So do you.
I
do it a good bit. And buddy, they were just tearing me limb from limb.
Were they really?
Dumb redneck, you don't know what you're talking about. That doesn't exist. And it does exist. It literally does exist. But yeah, they have some target lock kind of tech out there in the saltwater billfish world.
They go out there and
Larian Foshi Fishing coming in. I think advanced AI algorithms will be introduced that know how to pattern fish better than people and utilize unit data to compare. Yeah, that is not far off, I'm afraid.
It's not, baby.
And that's scary. Do you call every commenter baby?
That's my baby right there. But what's that guy that the fished the moment? What's his name? Johnny Schultz. That's definitely a Johnny Schultz thing. Like he breaks down like he's big. I think he's big time into it.
Look, Nolan Miner.
What up, Nolan? Baby,
Nolan.
He's in here.
See,
sure. 150,000 units for them Marlins, baby. I know
y'all go follow. Make sure you're following Nolan on YouTube. He's got my favorite YouTube channel.
He's all the time catching crabs and not bad crabs, but he's all the time catching sheep's head with corn and stuff. Probably. I don't know. He's all the time catching something.
He just catches stuff all the time.
He sent me pictures the other day.
One of the best fishermen. Just catcher.
He sent me a picture the other day. I won't say it on here for you, Nolan, but he caught 2 giant gator trout the other day on a bait that we like to throw. That's on it's on my tag. And it is like, I was like, oh my God.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me. Freak me out, man. I wonder if you can throw a glide bait.
Do you agree with this slab buster RTR coming in? You don't need waypoints with the mapping we have now.
Yeah.
If you can get them,
you can get them.
They're pretty good sometimes.
I mean, you got to have a lot of time going out there and graphing for
the difference I think and I agree with you, because mapping's more advanced than it's ever been. But I think having somebody's exact, like, oh, this is the dot where I put my boat on the cast. And that's the kind of stuff that people do get from time to time, maybe more than they should. This is the dot, throw here, do this.
Well, I told you last time on here, I said, it's a, if you know where the population of fish is on a body of water, there's no saying, well, he can't catch my fish anyways. No, they will now. They will catch them.
Yeah,
I promise you. If you sent me a waypoint of a place where you said, I can't get these to bite, and there's some way they will bite. Just like at St. Lawrence, that place was known, right? Of course, that's where the tournament's going to be won, right? Like 100, like if it was in the river, right? That tournament would have been won right there. And everybody knew where. I could go on YouTube and find where that's at and look at. We had that at the Bassmaster Team Championship about 2-3 years ago at Harris Chain. You can look at the background where people called them and say, okay, we're going to go over there. Guess what? I know the guys that won it. And then that person went to the Classic off that spot. and found them on YouTube. I mean, it's changed the game.
No, it's changed everything.
It's changed everything.
Changed everything. And when I had Chris Johnson on, we talked about that. That it's just the more hours of live coverage we have now.
Yeah.
All 3 leagues.
Yeah,
all
absolutely.
have lots of hours of live coverage. There's not any secrets. True secrets.
There's not.
It's harder for guys. Like the coolest thing for me when I fished FLW would be like the little whispers you'd hear about, man, Brian Thrift's got this thing top water, man. He's just like you'd hear co-anglers start telling it a little bit, and you're like, what'd you say that thing was called?
Oh, here comes Brian.
No, like the first time I ever heard about a whopper plopper was before anybody else was talking about it, and Thrift was absolutely taking people's money on a whopper plopper. I'll never forget, would get, extremely secretive about it, but you start hearing like little whispers, and then live coverage came around. You see him in the Forest Wood Cup throwing one. You're like, oh, okay, I better get me some of them.
Wichita, that was like it.
Yeah. Like, you better get me some of them whopper ploppers. Yeah. But I remember, man, Thrift's got this top water. It's a musky top water. What? And everybody's like, where do I get them? Where do you find them at?
You get them on. Can you get them from Watson?
Yeah. Well, no, this is before all that.
Was it really?
It was before he was sponsored by Rivers Sea. You know what I mean? This was.
Yeah.
This was 2014-ish, 13-ish.
Really? Okay.
People probably knew about it. Don't get me wrong, but you didn't see it tied on every front deck when you're at a tournament in the fall.
Was Nick LeBrun throwing that too? That same time?
That was after.
Okay.
He might have made that one, actually.
Because I remember Logan was in the top 10 too there, wasn't he?
Caught him,
yeah.
Brim bedding.
Yep.
But that being said, now you don't really, there are subtle differences to things guys do. Like, I argue it on here all the time. If you think it's just as easy as going and shining over there on one and throwing a jig head with just, you're just going to run you a zoom fluke up on there and throw it out. It's not that easy. It's just not. There are guys that are a lot better. Like talking to our buddy Kyle Patrick, hearing him talk about a Wesley Gore, he's like, dude, there's nobody better at shaking that man. And I'm like, okay, well then, I do deep dive. Like, well, what is it about it? He's like, well, he's just kind of got. But I think some of that's like watching a guy swim a jig that's so much better than somebody else, or the way somebody fishes a chatterbait so different. Like, everybody's got their thing that they do. So I think there are still
little subtleties.
There are subtleties. I won't say secrets, but there are subtleties that get people more bites than others.
It's just like a scrounger head. You got to find the right one to make it right.
Kay Donaldson coming in the comments here. Miss Kay from the Alabama Bastro. Who made the Browns Bridge famous? Randy Howell or Josh Butts?
Randy. No, I'll tell you who it was.
Hank Cherry won the classic.
Well, Hank did. Well, Randy did too, but that wasn't
not a Browns.
That wasn't Brown. But I will say this.
Why is Miss K trying to give away all your good?
She is, ain't she? Okay, look. There's God, who was that bridge fisherman that won that FLW tournament? He fishes the ABTs now. Golly, I can't remember his name.
Jay Kendrick.
That's actually who
thought he was
spilled the secret. And Casey Martin.
Yeah, Casey Martin.
Casey Martin and they made it.
Nolan Miner, I remember watching Matt Allen throw them in California before they were popular away from them, and I thought it was a total BS cartoon talking about the whopper plate because dude, it looks it sounds it looks it. But Brian Thrift told me one time, he said, Dunkin, every bite you get on it's the best topwater bite you'll ever get until the next one.
You know what's funny? Tom Reddington had a post today. I saw it where he was throwing the other version of a whopper plopper.
Yeah, old Chapo,
and running across in that freaking fish. It looked like a peacock bass coming out of there.
Chapo will get a bite too.
It was nuts. I was like, oh my gosh, I need that in my life. I need to get back to bass fishing, guys.
What have you been doing, Josh? Tell us about it, buddy. We've not done. This is the third Dunkin' Butts. We've took a break since June.
We've taken a break. Okay, so
we took a break.
First, red snapper season was over for a long time. It's back open for I think about 3 or 4 days left. But we went down and done a lot of saltwater fishing, and that's in my blood. So that's all I do now. If I get invited to go down, I get on a boat.
Got to get an invite.
Well, the reason is because it's just so I can catch fish, and I don't have to go in the blazing heat spending the same amount of money going trying to target bass all weekend. So that's fun. And
you can eat them.
And you can.
But you can eat bass,
so
but you can eat them old snappers and groupers.
And you don't feel bad about it. You're not going.
Cut their head off.
You cut that head. That's a big one.
That's something else about Nolan Meyer. Now he'll do a catch and cook.
You dang right he will.
Now, he's gonna cut one up. I'm here for it.
Me and Nolan talk all the time about offshore fish. We talk all the time about that. But also, every year in September you're fired up about them doves, son.
You're doved out.
I'm 3 months into doves. So, I mean, as soon as
look at this. August, he has stand up and show him the whole drip here.
Look at that.
He's just in case a dove flies in here. He didn't want to see him.
I didn't want to see him. I was going to shoot it.
We were going to the DG, and Josh is just
looking at him
like he's scoping
all the way here.
Power lines, and I'm like, well, we can't shoot him. I mean, we can. I guess it's Tennessee. We might.
But 3 months into, I can't tell you now. The seed has been up for a week and a half. I think I don't have any on the ground. I think they've ate it all, honestly. But no seed on the ground. And 3 months of seeding, I've got doves out my butts. And so we've been shooting for
that's your granny's.
My grandmother loves hanging out, man. She just loves just sitting there with us and just listening. She'll cover her ears like this. She said, "Oh, did you get him? Oh, you get him? Oh."
She just sits there.
Yeah, she's 85.
Let's see if I can find this picture on LA.
Yeah, she just and then when somebody misses, she'll give them heck about it. Y'all suck. I
want to see this. I got to find this post.
Yeah, you got to find the post.
See if we can show the people. I don't know if it'll work or not.
Oh yeah,
it'll work. Oh, look at this. This is Josh's granny. This is not going to work, maybe. But.
Yeah, here. Yeah, there you go. Look at her on the granny. Yeah, my granny
Josh's
on
granny
top
with a shotgun. Right
there.
She's
ready to go. We killed some birds that day. We missed a lot too. I mean, I burned through 250 box. I mean, pretty quick.
Hank Cherry made Browns Creek famous. Did Hank Cherry make it famous for you?
He did.
He didn't for you, probably.
No,
he didn't for a lot of locals either.
He was actually fishing on the causeway. Yeah. I don't know why people say it was the bridge. He fished on the causeway.
The riffraff, as people say.
Oh, riffraff.
You ever hear people say that?
Yeah, it's like
riffraff.
I'm fishing.
I'm gonna go over and throw on that riffraff.
Hey, I threw a shaky head over there on riffraff the other day, and I caught some, but I said,
people say that all the time. There's probably people watching this right now like.
I shouldn't have said or shaky head on riffraff either.
Shaky head.
Yeah, you can get sneaky on that now.
The shaky head on the riffraff.
Hey, on the riffraff, baby.
The causeway. Off topic, but did anyone else see what?
Where's that at?
I don't know what that. I almost read it. Let's see.
Off topic, but anyone else see the 265-year-old unload a Ranger today to go bass fishing?
I didn't.
Where were you at? I
kind of walked into that comment. I thought it was like,
where did that go? No, but send a video if you took it, I guess, to see what happened.
Submit it to dunkinbutts@gmail.com.
Yeah, and see if we can see what
he said. Chick. Well, that would make sense.
Yeah,
that would make sense.
I mean, you hear it in the name, chick.
Chicks on chick.
Yeah, chicks on chick, baby.
Chicks on chick.
Chicks unloading a boat on chick. Was it just unloading? Yeah. Oh, unload a Ranger. I hope they didn't put it on the ground. He didn't specify.
Get close to the riffraff.
Yeah, don't get close to the riffraff.
You don't.
You'll have people honking at you and say, "Are you James Nickmeyer?"
Let's see. Unfortunately, the problem in bass fishing isn't FFS or no FFS. The problem is it's like watching paint dry. Turn the TV shows back into highlight reels and let's go hook sets and boat flips only. You're not wrong.
No,
you're not wrong. Live coverage changed it. And I always joke on here, but I do get paid to watch as much live coverage as I won't say anybody, because there's a lot of people that or there's a select group that get to do a lot of live coverage, I guess. But I watch on average 60, 70 hours a year forced with my eyelids open. And dude, there are times that it is not easy.
Yeah. It's
not easy.
I have to. I'll tell you
I may be scrolling the gram.
The hardest ones to watch is honestly, they've got. I can't. I don't watch MLF. I just can't. But I'll tell you this: when Zona left Bass, I was like, Ronnie does a good job. He was doing his internship at Bass during college.
Oh, he's still not an intern? I thought Ronnie was still an intern.
Yeah, but
love you, buddy. I know.
Yeah.
Ronnie.
I love Ronnie to death.
Ronnie gets sometimes you got it. I got to preface that he'll get his feelings hurt.
He may be in here in a little bit.
No,
who said that? No,
I doubt it.
But
he doesn't watch anything I do unless he's on it. Now, if Ronnie's on an episode, he'll watch it.
Yeah, absolutely. He'll watch it again
and again
and again. But I don't know next year what I listened to it. Actually, I put my headphones on while I'm mowing grass because that's what I do for a living. I put my headphones on and just keep it in my pocket. But I just don't like MLF. Listen to it, but Bass, I can listen all day to it while I'm mowing. And if somebody's making a big fish catch or something, I stop my mower and I look.
That seems dangerous, Josh.
Like I said, ADD mind, baby.
I want to go. I saw your wife make a comment that I think is very pertinent. FFS is only boring to some because we can see viewership spike during FFS screen view. Can't argue with numbers. Laura Ann works for Bass.
She's getting on one tonight. She's having a lot of goldfish tonight.
A lot of goldfish.
She loves eating goldfish, but it's so much, baby. It's so much better to watch somebody boat flip. I mean, I love Milliken and I are good friends. We're friends. We talk every now and then, and he said something the other day where he was like, "What?" Like when he was doing the whole whiteboard thing and stuff, he was like, "Well, what are you going to do?"
Poster board.
Here, yeah.
Did he steal my thing?
He did.
Ben Milliken did. Ben Milliken. It's the last time you've taken an idea from me. Dang it!
And guess what? He said, "What is it better, looking down at the screen, or looking down and throwing a frog?" But when those camera guys are so good, like they are, it's so much more appealing.
If you get some blow-ups and somebody got braid singing, flipping it.
Go to the riffraff and throw a spinnerbait and freaking.
If you're cranking some riffraff.
Yeah, it's so much fun. Back in the day, man, remember where they had I think it was at Lake Hartwell where like Randy was still throwing he was at a bridge at Lake Hart and he was throwing that.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
And he was coming in like.
The classic.
Yeah.
In the cold.
Yeah, absolutely. And he
was Casey Ashley classic when all their lids were frozen. And stuff.
That was cool.
Yeah.
When Casey was in that ditch, he didn't have no forward-facing sonar, and he knew that lake. And then Jordan Lee was in that too, in another ditch, catching them as well in that classic. And man, when it's so cold like that and there's nobody looking, they have to talk about it. Like Casey's reeling in, talking about like how he was bumping them when he was coming through, but he couldn't see him. Like, when are you going to load up again? Like that's what I'm
anticipation. You're waiting on it.
And
now it's like, here comes one. I can see it. There's a bunch of them right there or whatever.
Yeah. He's not bumping into, he's thinking he's bumping into him. Like, that's intriguing to me and intriguing to go to Randy, and he's hooked up on a 5-pounder, and that 5-pounder pushes him into the top 10 for the final day. Like, I'm like, holy crap. That's what I want to watch.
What do you think the weights? Let me throw this at you. NPFL weights. How are they going to look next year?
They're going to be down. I mean, of course they'll be down. I think
it'll be down. Yeah.
I mean,
depends on schedule.
Yeah, it does.
Obviously, and what lakes at what time, but they do stretch it out and they go in the fall typically, which those are low weight events. Even with, I mean, hell, we were at Eufaula in September last year, Oklahoma.
Yeah,
and it was like 32 pounds for 3 days. Still stingy, but I do think, I said it to Brad Fuller on here last week, everybody else can use it for the most part. Your everyday, bass fisherman's got it now for the most part. These fish get beat on, and if you go to a lot of popular fisheries on your schedule, then your anglers have to come in and figure something out. But the other side of that is what I just said, figure something out.
Yeah.
Figure out some kind of puzzle that you might not see in another tournament broadcast. And I think that presents a unique change.
Yeah,
in
absolutely.
my opinion, I do. I think it's a challenge too.
Will 2D sonar come back into play a lot? Do you think? Because
I
don't
think they get close enough to it anymore.
I don't think so either.
Think about that. How many of them you have run from you at 100 feet on forward-facing sonar? The
Yeah.
Smith Lake in the clear water.
And it makes your mind think, like,
Yeah.
I can't see these fish.
You will get a few smallmouth stuff under the boat, but dude, I just wonder, a lot of these super pressured, think about a Smith Lake. How many times can you drop straight on one anymore?
Yeah, but
straight down on one.
Hey, but to be honest with you, with the 2D sonar, we wasn't catching largemouth that we was with forward-facing sonar either.
That's true.
Like we was just catching like spots and smallmouth with it because they group up more. They're like more of a wolf pack than largemouth. Largemouth are very more of a by themselves, fish. So it's going to be weird.
Last call fishing. Could live coverage be tape delayed 2 hours? Maybe they could compile more fish catches. So I'll pull back the curtain, Josh Butts, on how live fishing actually works.
Go ahead.
Prepare to be mind blown.
I'm ready. Live
fishing is actually not live fishing. All right. More times than not, do we have live fish catches? Yes. Is it run basically in replay?
Yes.
Yes. Most of the time when you see a fish catch, it's not actually happening right then in real time. Most of the time.
Yeah, like we're going live right now. It's not.
Like MLF's trick when they were like boom, fish catch, boom, fish catch, boom, fish catch. Anytime they say, well, let's go check out Josh Butts.
Yeah.
He's hooked up immediately. Like they already have that in the can most of the time. With MPFL, they start fishing. We normally go live about an hour and a half after they've been fishing. So if we have canned fish catches, we'll show those in the first 30 to 45 minutes. Like, hey, let's get you caught up. This is what's going on. Again, are there live fish catches? Yeah, we have it happen a good bit. But that being said, you're trying to watch 5 to 8, 10 cameras. You're going to miss some stuff. So most things are ran in replay. It's just how it goes.
Yeah.
But that's a good idea, just to kind of delay it. I would love to see a more rounded schedule. Tournaments in winter, spring, and summer and fall. Nothing better than watching Jacob Wheeler win the Forestwood Cup on Lanier in June. Hey, I think it was August, right? Wasn't that an August Cup? Maybe it was June. Thought it was August. But still, I'm with you. I miss – that's the thing I love about MPFL the most. The schedule is really spread out, and some people have an issue with that. But, like, we still have 2 events to go. One in September, a September Florida event. Like, who knows? Wild card, don't know what that's going to be. And then in the year, last week of October, in that range on Lake of the Ozarks. So
that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I like the options of fishing later. When I was a boy, Josh Butts, when I was just a little baby, didn't even know nothing. When I was a boy, Bassmaster Top 100, the BP Top 100 back then, the Elite Series. Now their season started in like August or September, and then the season ended the next spring, like went through April, May,
and
a true angler of the year. And then the classic was in the summer to kind of celebrate or whatever. So that was, to me, a true angler of the year. Cause dude, they would fish in December. They're fishing dead of winter stuff. You got guys jigging. I can remember old T&M bass with their jigging spoons.
Yeah.
Lake Hartwell, like craziness.
And that's the thing about the schedule. Like now it's like, there's 4, like for bass, there's 4 tournaments. It's going to be a shallow water stock fishing deal, but there's nothing wrong with. I love that. That's fine. It's like we get back to throwing that whopper plopper and stuff for views and everything. That's where we want. I think that's where bass fishing is get to where we need that again, where we need to go back in the old school and pull out those in the playbooks and go back to where we can see top water and running the banks and running the gun and like, oh, the cameraman's got to go back, so.
Tam coming in hot right there. We need women fishing the top trails. I don't disagree at all.
Yep.
Don't disagree at all. Bassmaster
Laura Ann's doing a great job.
Going wild.
Yeah.
Got some good folks representing over there. Maggie Joe and Christine Fisher.
Yeah. And
Anastasia Patterson.
And Laura Ann
I don't know Anastasia as well as I know Maggie and Christine. I'm fans of both those ladies.
Yeah.
Christine's one of the hardest workers, period, in the room. Like,
yeah, she's Anastasia's good. Laura and her hang out all the time. They're But let me tell you something. Lauren's been, I know we switched subjects, but Lauren has been working her butt off on that Bassmaster. Her, and she works on articles for all these girls, changing their lives and stuff, or just just random girls fishing that post and stuff. And they'll go and repost what she's posted on Bassmaster and stuff. And I think it's great to get women in the fishing industry too, because like I said, I mean, we're not just a male sport. Females need to come up and start doing it too. And they've got talent. Lauren outfishes me all the time.
There ain't no doubt.
I mean, all the time.
She's a fish catcher.
Yes.
From a family of fish catchers too.
Dang right.
Nolan Miner coming in North Carolina coast, getting some well-deserved love from major tournament trails. Excited to see what the bass boundaries are for their April event.
Yeah, where is
Pull up that schedule, Josh Butts. Nolan Miner that's a perfect segue.
I got to go get
I can pull it up. Hang on. I can pull it up. I probably have a screenshot, actually.
Pull that thing up. I got to take a pee break too. Real quick.
Okay.
Hold on.
All right, go do that. Okay, go do that. Wash your hands twice.
I will.
Okay.
Wash it 3 times.
Everybody's going to hear you. Now, I got to find the schedule. Sorry, guys. Please hold. Here it is. You did what? Screw the I'm not. We need a Hallman update. Here we go. I'll say that. Bradley Hallman. I talked to Bradley Hallman this week, as a matter of fact. Excuse me, last week. It's Monday. Talked to him last week. We text back and forth. He is doing good and happily, I think, away from the fishing world right now, sounds like. And he was glad football season is back. But yeah, I talked to Brad last week. He's doing good. Doing good. Bring back Megabucks. Amen. Jimmy Mason coming in hot. Absolutely. Jimmy's in the comments right now, Josh. He just asked. It's a Tennessee River hammer. That's what it is. Bring back Megabucks. All in on Megabucks. All right, here we go. Here's your
by the way, your toilet flush is really good.
It's a good flusher?
Yeah.
Good, buddy.
Really good.
Glad you here for my guests. I like that. Bar and Grill has good pressure on the toilet, huh?
Whoever done your plumbing done a great job.
They didn't actually. The guy that built all this out here, I wish horrible things on him a lot of days. Just to be fair.
I've got buddies.
Yeah.
Can help you out.
Yeah, there's a lot wrong with what that gentleman did. Anyways, it's been a few years ago. I'm still not over.
Was he your friend?
No.
Oh.
No. All right, here we go. Bassmaster Elite Series schedule. I know y'all have seen it. February 20th through the 23rd, Palatka, Florida, St. Johns River.
Mm-hmm.
The very next week, they're going to Lake Okeechobee, which will probably be pretty dang good. Then you got the Bassmaster Classic a couple weeks after that, Lake Ray Roberts out there in Texas.
That's going to be fun. We're going to have a good time out there.
We'll probably have us at one of them low-budget lives out there, too.
We're going to turn it up.
Already working on a venue for that. Should be able to announce that pretty soon, actually. Then, Nolan Miner, you're going to have to help me on the pronunciation.
Let me try to do this.
Let's go, Josh Butts. Let's go. Sound it out. Sound it out.
Pasque tank. The Pasque tank river / the Albemarle Sound.
Albemarle Sound. I know that. I don't know the other one.
I don't either.
Go ahead. What was it?
The Pasque O tank. That's going to be a great place. I've heard a lot about it.
Pasque O tank's got them.
That's going to be fun. I can't wait to watch that one.
Pasque O tank.
Pasque O, is that what it's?
I don't know. I don't know how to say that. It was like the Shawan River.
What time is it? Oh, Nolan could get on here and tell us how.
I think Nolan Miner will join us.
Nolan will join us.
Can we send I don't know if I can send a link. Oh, I can.
Send a link to Nolan.
Hang on.
You want me to go down to the next one real quick? Pasco tank.
Pasque tank?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Keep going.
Okay. All right. Then April the 24th through the 27th is going to be Lake Hartwell. And I think I know who can do really good there because he won a tournament there for no forward-facing sonar, right? Or was that it? that Chris Johnson? Did he win that tournament?
Yeah, he won the no. That was Lanier.
Was it
Same
Lanier?
difference.
Okay, same difference. They
I fished a bad fish tournament against him there one time, and he caught the crap out of him before he both.
And then May the 8th through the 11th is Lake Fork. It's gonna be a good one.
Shad spawner maybe still, or
so.
maybe a little late.
I think so. I think that could be really good. Shad. I think Lee Livesey's going to tear that one up. I really do.
Probably that's right in his wheelhouse. Looking for revenge too, because he didn't have a good one out there this year.
Yeah, and then June the 12th through the 15th is Lake 10 Killer. Do you want me to tell you something about that?
Please.
That's where Nolan introduced me to the old mag draft.
Maggie?
Yes. Was out at Lake 10 Killer. Okay, then you have August the 7th through the 10th is Lake St. Clair, which that'll be dobbing around. Look, that's going to be
it's going to be a lot of complainers on social media that week.
If somebody can hook up like old Joe Lee did with a sturgeon, that'd be fun, wouldn't it?
King Joe.
King Joe. That was fun. Yeah. And then to round it all out, we're going to go to the Mississippi River, August the 21st through the 24th.
Lacrosse.
That'll be a good frogging and wing dam tournament.
Full disclosure, hate that place.
Yeah, it's
Have you ever been there, Lacrosse?
I've been there once.
It's a really good place just to stay stuck the whole time. I'm seeing the Bassmaster Opens up there this week. Little Trey's up there. And I've seen more videos of guys stuck because the water's really low. Apparently.
Yeah. And I didn't know if he was stuck or not, but I wanted to message him. He had the quickest boat story ever. Like he just went, did you see that?
Yes. He was stuck. He's stuck.
Yeah.
He was
may still be stuck there.
I got stuck in an FLW there in May, 10 minutes into my first practice day for like 3 hours. Yeah, dude. And I was idling. I wasn't even running. And I was like, oh no. And there's current pushing you.
Yeah.
And these backwaters just burp.
Really?
If I'd have been in an express though, Josh.
You would have been
in there. I'd have been in there.
Like you'd have been in there like a hair on a biscuit.
Hair and a biscuit.
But I'll tell you this. It's like running up the lake at Wise and go and try and see what you can do up there. I guarantee it.
Your phone's blowing up, dude.
Man, it's freaking.
Your phone's blowing up. You're so popular.
It's the cheating boy up there in Alabama scandal stuff.
What? You got the tea, as the kids say?
I try to stay out of it.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know.
Are we talking hearsay or are we talking about facts? Somebody got caught cheating in a tournament?
Well, he's got the results. He had the results back from the polygraph examiner. Like,
did he fail?
No, supposedly the two polygraph examiners that gave him the two tests, supposedly they gave him a document where the Alabama polygraph examiners actually got rid of the other polygraph examiners that gave him that test. So he went back to supposed people that he
is this the guy from the church tournaments and all that?
He went back
around
up,
Smith and all that kind of stuff.
He went back up there and told the church that he needed his money, supposedly. And then the church ended up making a video with the pastor and himself on the
you're deep in this.
And well, I've seen a lot of it. And I try to stay out of it, but I don't know what I hope the best for him. I like I said, I hope the best for him. I don't judge nobody. If he fishes a tournament and he wins in his heart that he did not cheat, I'm fine with it. I'm still gonna go fish a tournament. That's just how I am. But a lot of people around the house were all fired up about it. But
what would Trump say about somebody cheating in a tournament?
Well, he wouldn't be as nice as I was. He'd say, "Well, look, the guy, he seems a little bit cheating, okay, but he had this test, okay. The test, I don't think it was right. I don't think they got it right, okay. I may be wrong, but." Who knows? Only him and his heart knows. But they didn't look on top of the roof when they shot me.
Fake news.
Okay, yeah, fake news. But he was actually fake news. He was on NBC 13. They done an interview with him on NBC 13 at the house. So
this old boy.
Oh, this is getting fired up around the house. Yeah.
Okay.
Now that he's got these the polygraph examiners things out, so.
Mark Clairday said he failed the polygraph bigly. So hey,
Wesley Sams called me the other day, and I said I'm not in it. I said, I just said,
Said I am just
I'm
the
just
butts
here
to the Dunkin' Butts.
I'm the butts to the Bunkin' Dut. Did I say Bunkin' Duts?
I think you did, which may be the next episode.
The Bunkin' Duts.
Dunkin' Duts.
I want to make a hat for like Dunkin' Butts and put a. What?
They're coming in the comments, bringing it.
He Fisher Bass Club and never won a tournament in 2 years. Bombed at Smith.
All of a sudden, he turned it around, man. They turned it around, man.
But all those other tournaments, though, his winning. He had like 20-something pounds of heads one time at like a night tournament, and everybody's like, "How did you catch those?"
He said,
"I wasn't there."
In this basket.
Yeah, in the basket.
Right in the damn basket. Every one of them. I don't know. I don't know anything about it.
Hey, by the way,
I don't know anything about it. I'm probably making Miss K nervous right now, though.
She said
shout out Miss K
a long time ago. Thank you, Miss K. Love you.
And they called him on the riffraff.
Yeah, he called him on the riffraff.
Did you finish the schedule? They're going to end at lacrosse.
Yeah, they're going to end at lacrosse.
So they said that they are trying to combat forward-facing sonar a little bit with the schedule. What's the over/under on that?
Well, I don't know the over/under. I can guess it later, but let me say this.
You'll guess it at about 4 tournaments in next year.
I will say this, though.
Dunkin' Butts 10 next year.
Last year, if you really look at last year, I mean, half of them weren't really completely won off of forward-facing sonar. I mean, if you like Ed Lochran, go back. Okay, let's
Ed
go back
wasn't. Yeah, Champlain.
Ed wasn't really. No, Champlain wasn't. Let's go back. Let's think. You had Smith was, Wheeler.
Taku.
No, Wheeler was. No, Wheeler was.
There was
Cliff Prince.
No,
he didn't use it. No, and then there was one more.
Fork was. Toledo Bend was.
Yeah, and what was the other ones? Help us in the comments because I know that there was.
You could say
the
St. Lawrence River was.
Yeah, it was.
I mean,
absolutely. Then we go to Champlain. No. Wheeler. No. Smith. Yes. That's 4, right? That's my math's bad. I need to go back.
Murray.
Who
won Murray?
Oh gosh, I really.
John Garrett won Harris Chain. Not really.
No. Yeah, that's right. He
really
wasn't really
scoping.
scoping.
Tennessee River Fishing.
Yeah, John Garrett, and then who did win Murray?
I don't remember.
Drew Cook. Drew Benton. Drew Benton won it.
Did he win it again?
No, that was last year, wasn't it?
Who won? I don't remember.
Well, I got to find out. It's going to bother me. Patrick
Walters. Yeah, that was scoping.
Yeah, Pat. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Pat. I forgot.
Pat.
Sorry, he's going to hate me for that.
Sorry, Pat.
He's really going to hate me for it.
I've showed Brandon's comment twice, trying to show another one here. Will Dakota Ebear make the elites?
Yeah.
Dude, you see, he slipped a little bit. He's down there. And I thought he was one of those guys that would just walk in it.
He's really good at the Mississippi River, though.
He's good a lot. He's good everywhere. Like Dakota's as good as it gets. But I think, they got what? 2 more, 3 more. This one and
2 after this one.
2 after this one?
So, yeah. Is that not right?
No, I think it's this one at Hartwell, maybe.
Okay.
I think I think they got 2 left. This is 7. What a year.
We spent too much time on these poster boards not to think about
We should have made some poster boards for the EQs. We'll have to do that Dunkin' Butts 4.
Our ADD minds were just trying to go in these schedules and see who won. And
yeah.
What did Nolan say about?
He never said anything. He disappeared, dude.
Nolan's scared. He's scared to pop.
Ebear will be dangerous on the elites is indeed true. 195,000.
Man,
how many of these folks do you think went to James Niggemeyer's page to look at the comments?
Over and under. Probably a lot.
I hope all of them.
Especially after we get done.
It's incredible. Corey Johnston won St. John's. Yeah, there's another one. We missed that one. Poster board cuts into the beer mode. No, it don't.
Oh, yeah, Corey. Yeah, but he was using perspective mode.
He was. Nolan.
He didn't know how to say it either.
He don't know how to say it either.
Well, you still don't come on here, and Luke sent you an invite. So.
I hadn't sent him an invite. I sent myself an invite so I could send it to him. Do we get Nolan Miner on here?
Yeah. I hadn't talked to Nolan in a long time. I miss my buddy.
Well, it's gonna be real awkward.
No, it ain't. We're like
saying it's gonna be awkward. First time you ever talked to him on a podcast,
like
you've been avoiding Nolan Miner?
No, we talk every now and then. No, but
that link never came through for some reason.
I remember he may or may not have snuck in my bedroom sleepwalking one night. That probably didn't happen. I may have been sleepwalking in his. I don't know, but
that's a good question.
It is.
Michelle Thomason. Are the entry fees going to go up with inflation? I feel like all they ever do is really go up.
Guess what? Garmin and them still sponsoring Bass, and they've got plenty of money. They need to give us some. They need to give us more money. I mean, we need to pay our anglers more money.
I agree with that.
Golly, can you imagine if you look? I could not imagine going to a lake wanting to make just a cut so I can get back home and have $2,000 in my bank account after everything's settled.
But be a pro.
And be a
pro.
I'm a professional.
To be fair, you look like a pro tonight.
I'm a pro dove.
Dude,
hunter. I'm a pro dove hunter.
I keep going back to the fit.
Dude, let me tell you something. James,
just don't.
James,
just don't holler at me for Dunkin Butts 4 Nolan Miner. There we go. Indeed.
Yeah, and Robert G.
And Robert G.
Bobby. Hey,
he's been doing
so. I knew he was probably
never good.
So
another
tired.
Man in your bed sleepwalking.
Can you imagine?
Tam said she didn't need to hear that.
Yeah.
Let's remind everyone this is Josh's mother-in-law.
Nothing happened. Okay. It's just a sleepwalking deal.
It's a simple mistake.
Hey, I will tell you this.
Please do.
He can deep fry some fish now.
I said that, man.
God, he's so good.
Nolan will absolutely cut the sides out of one. Absolutely.
What's your favorite fish to cut the sides off of? Freshwater.
Crappie, for sure.
No.
Freshwater? Sauger.
No, freshwater. You're wrong.
You sound like Todd Castle.
It's good. It's good, but it's wrong. It's walleye.
Well, yeah, but dude, I live in Tennessee.
Yeah, but I'm talking about.
I mean, we got them. You're just talking. You're talking about the whole country.
Good too.
Yeah, sauger are delicious.
Yeah, sauger.
We don't have to fight, dude. We don't have to end Dunkin
Butts. I didn't think it was going to end it.
3 fighting.
I didn't think it was going to end it.
It's crazy. Go listen to the story that Josh Jones tells about.
Are you talking? They're talking about on Trayton.
Trayton Chris's
podcast.
The Bilge.
Yeah.
Set to return.
He sits back. Josh sits back and he's like, "Yeah, everybody can drop their trolling motor and go catch them now." I mean, I went over there on tournament one time, called them, and just put my trolling motor down, which I agree. But now it is complicated now. I mean, you got to downsize your jig head minnows. You got to downsize everything, and then
they always adjust to whatever.
I
think back to the A-rig boom, and it took about a year.
Yeah,
and then I was like, "Nah, we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
We're good. We're gonna eat the crap out of that thing for about 6 months. Yeah, we're good."
Yeah,
I can remember
I'm gonna run away on the bottom. That way you can't see
the
me.
tail race, Wheeler and below Wheeler Dam, below Wilson Dam, Pickwick and Wilson Lake, like just being the most ignorant thing you would ever do. I went with, this is no joke. My dad, this is when I was playing music.
I'm ready to hear this.
Marty D, shout out Marty. Marty was like, "Boy, you got to come with me and throw this Alabama rig." And I'm like, man, I was a purist. I didn't want to throw it originally. Yeah. I love it now. But my dad's like, and I wasn't fishing a ton at the time. I didn't even have a boat at this time. And for a couple years there. And he's like, "You need to come, man. You just throw it on this flipper stick, this braid." I'm like, this. And he's showing me pictures on his phone,
Skinny dippers on it.
Actually, he was throwing, I want to think he was throwing 5 storm swim baits.
Oh,
like wild eye shiners.
Gosh, with
Pretty
weights.
sure that's what he was throwing. Pretty sure. But this is no joke. My dad, we go Wilson Lake in March, below Wheeler Dam in the tail race where we fished a ton our whole life, And the first drift we made, we caught so many 5-pounders that I was like, this is the dumbest thing. And that day, my dad caught a 7.3 smallmouth.
They used to.
And it was just hooked like 3 times.
Yeah.
And he's just like, get the net,
It's
boy.
a big one.
Get the net, boy.
He pulling water.
And it wasn't even jumping. It's just 70-pound braid. But my
I
dad,
got this somewhere.
Marty Dunkin, big A-rig guy.
He still does it to this day.
No, he don't now.
Yeah, now it's like.
No, he's got a bum knee. He can barely throw a Ned rig.
How do you throw a rig with your knee?
Dude,
I don't
can't
understand.
stand to throw it. He can barely sit. He can barely get in a boat. That's what I mean.
You said his
Physically,
knees out. He can't throw.
Dude, this is no joke. I'll tell this on Marty. He fell down in my boat one afternoon last week. His knee gave out. My dad's a big old boy. Face first on all my rides. First thought was, hope dad's okay. Second thought was, I hope he didn't break all my crap.
Bless him.
After I made sure he was okay.
You know, I hadn't thrown an A-rig
Buddy,
at all.
come with me in the
Zero.
wintertime. I love it. But what's crazy
They
is,
used to hit the snot out of
oh
it.
yeah. But what's crazy now, even in the dead of winter, a lot of lakes that I fish, watching them chase it and ignore it though, like just and just they just don't. It's nothing like used to. You got it near one, son. You were locked up.
My buddy Chase, he's like my brother. We literally argue all the time, but he's like my best friend. And we went out we can't even fish together no more. But we went out fishing one time, and he finally got tuned in with his sonar, with his 4-face sonar. And he went out there and he was like, all right, we're fishing tournament. I'm going to throw an A-rig. I said, I don't want to throw no A-rig. He said, all right, well, I'm going to throw it for about 4 or 5 hours. Buddy, he got locked in that thing with brush piles, and he was like, look at him coming over that. He'll be real. He's like, Jock, come look at these things. He couldn't catch, like, he caught a couple on it, and I went to a brush pile, threw it on there. Zzz, little baby fluke on a little Ned rig. I didn't have no jig heads at the time. I just had a little fluke on a Ned rig. I threw it out. They didn't see it yet. It was on the A-rig. He was like, look, they're coming up. Look at all of them coming out of that brush pile. They're coming out. I'll throw it back over here.
Look at this right here coming in hot from Nolan Miner. If it'll show it. It's not showing it. Nolan says, Josh, do you remember tapping a nickel on the aluminum boat for 2D fish at one of the lakes we fished?
Yeah, I know exactly what lake that was. You don't know that trick? Let me tell you something.
I'm old. School,
so this goes back. No, I'm glad you brought this up. This goes back to no information rule, especially during the tournament. Okay. We was at Lake Cherokee. I remember it very vividly. We was at Lake Cherokee, and there was an old man in the back of this pocket in an aluminum boat stripe fishing. Okay. We was going back, and we this was back when we didn't have 4-face on or nothing. And we was going
back when fishing sucked.
We was over there throwing on these secondary points and points leading into creeks and stuff with a Carolina rig with a baby swim bait on the back of it, just reeling it in like 30, 40 feet of water. Okay. Like a fat impact swim bait.
Okay.
Light line on a Carolina rig. Anyways, we was doing that.
Was it working?
Pretty good. It was working pretty good.
Okay.
We went back into the back of this pocket, and this stripe fisherman was back here when it was an aluminum boat. Me and Reed went back there, and he said, y'all catching them? I said, no, it's been kind of tough. We got to turn tomorrow and stuff. We're trying to get out of there. And all I hear is, let me get this right here. This is what I hear on a Busch Light can right here. It's aluminum. I said, what
was it louder than that though? It had to be.
Oh, right. It was.
I can imagine.
This is a pin.
That's a pin. We needed a dime, but
this is tungsten, ain't it?
No, that's lead.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, LOB can't afford. We can't afford tungsten at the LOB jig.
We're gonna work on that and get you some tungsten.
We're low budget, dog. That's lead.
We can make some tungsten and actually make it no painted, just regular. Anyways. We was in the back of this pot.
Tungsten. That's what I'm
James Hickemeyer. Okay.
Continue with your dime
Anyways.
story.
The dime. He's on the side of that boat. I'm not kidding you, Luke. I promise you. This guy's over there. I said, I told Reed, I said, what is that noise? And I turned back around, and the guy's on the side of that boat with 4 rods on the back of it, like he's flatlining stuff.
Yeah.
In like 80 foot of water. And he's in there tapping that boat with a quarter. Or just something. He was tapping it with something. I didn't ask him because I couldn't get no information. He was tapping with a coin. Those fish, he was catching them right after left or left over right, no matter what you want.
Tomato.
Tomato.
Don't matter to us.
He was catching the fire out of them. But guess what? We were in that pocket, and he wasn't just catching stripe. He was catching big old smallmouth too. Okay. I didn't ask him for the information. I just saw it. Right. So it wasn't against the rules. So I went back in that pocket the first day.
Come on, dude.
I swear, I'm not kidding,
Come
Luke.
on, bro. Nolan Miner, I need you.
I went back in that pocket. I told him at the house when I got back there, I said, they're sitting there hitting on the side of the boat, aluminum boat with a freaking coin. I promise you, they're sitting back here hitting it with a coin and catching them. I did ask the guy, I said, man, you catch them? He said, man, I've done caught a 4 and a 6 pound smallmouth. This is a place where they don't catch many big ones over there at Cherokee.
Yeah.
And I said, well, man, I got to get out of here. I said, I can't get any information, you know. So I left. And I was like, dadgummit, man. I said, what are we going to do? And me and Reed looked at each other during practice. We went to another pocket, and I was like 2D, you know, I could see some, you know, on side scan and stuff up suspended. I said, Reed, I said, get that Carolina rig out. He got on the front of the boat, and I started
tap.
I'm not kidding you, Luke. We caught one on a point. That was on a point. You know, he's throwing at a point. He caught one. I don't know if it was our pattern or what, but I said, I think that's got something to do with it. That morning, we went and caught largemouth. The first morning, we went and caught like 13 pounds of largemouth came in on shad spawn. Caught that. Came back, our foot messed up. We had to hang around the ramp and stuff the next day on day 2. And I had a drop shot with a haze dong on it on like 4 pound test. They wasn't biting. Pulled out a coin. Tap, 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 tap. Zzz. Promise you. Zzz. Zzz.
Dude, I just have to think that
I'm not playing. Try it. Somebody try it and let me know in my
I just
DMs
have to
or
think
whatever.
that, like, say it's an elite series practice and certain group of rookies see that, they could be coming back with rolls of
dimes hitting it on the side of that.
They have brass knuckles.
Yeah, they come back with an aluminum boat the next year. They're like, where did you change your sponsor? No, they keep it on lockdown. Hey,
banging pots and pans.
Yeah, they show it to the Japanese anglers and they go and get their yen and go and have these big old aluminum boats and have their yen hitting it on the side of the boat. And you go up and ask them and you can't understand them, you know. You don't know what they're doing over there.
But I bet if you saw Taco doing it, you'd do it.
Buddy, if I saw Taco doing it, I'd be like, buddy, he's got to be from another planet. But for me, I would say, dang, you're doing a good job. He knows my trick. I would show him that if he'll show me his powder. Guarantee
They're selling that powder now, right? But it ain't the same.
It ain't the same.
It ain't the same. Ain't no way, right?
No.
My brother got suckered into that. He bought a bunch of powder.
It ain't.
Japanese baby powder,
Go
basically.
Put you some flour in a bag, okay, and put some freaking sugar in it and whatever you want to, and put it in you. It'll be probably the same.
You think?
Kool-Aid. Imagine what Kool-Aid's.
I've seen Kool-Aid chicken catch catfish. Yes, I've seen that.
James Dingermeyer was doing it.
No, he wasn't.
Was he not?
No.
Oh,
maybe. I don't know.
By the way, hold up. Hey, Mr. Kool-Aid man right here.
You can't show it. It's not on view.
Well, you know, Kool-Aid man. I'm gonna name him.
What are you tearing?
I know what name he's gonna be. Shoot, he's going in the bottom. His name's James.
You are probably canceled. Probably Taku would have a fan motor with one blade knocking on the bottom. Their mom's giving them quarters.
Who's?
The elite rookies.
Oh, I thought you said the Chinese people.
No. You are.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We need to get you back to chimp crazy. Dove hunting. Quick.
No, we're good.
We're good.
Yeah.
What did I just click into? Dunkin' Butts 3, dude.
Dunkin' Butts 3.
Dunkin' Butts 3.
It's a lot more sane than it was last one. For sure.
Is it?
It was crazy over
Last
there.
one was crazy with
oh no.
cop.
You know what we gotta say? What the cop pulled in at the you remember that?
Yeah.
Like, so we was hanging out in the Flying 50. Shout out to Paul and Charlie for letting us go over there. But
In June for the last
yeah.
Dunkin' Butts.
Yeah, and we was outside talking and just, it's in downtown Coleman. So we was out there talking. And old Trey's, I don't think he's ever been pulled over because he got scared.
Little Trey Swindle.
Trey Swindle got scared. And we was out there and the cop pulled up and he said, "Is everything all right?"
Because Josh is animated.
Yeah, we're being loud. And we said, "Yeah, we just shot a podcast up in that hotel and stuff."
No, you said, "Hey, we just shot a podcast. You can watch it."
Yeah, you can watch it later. Look,
Low budget live.
Low budget live, baby. And I guarantee he had to. I guarantee it when he left.
He'd probably come back and checked us again.
Yeah, I guarantee if he didn't look it up and he was like, "Dang, they did. They did make a podcast, didn't they?"
Let's go back to the.
No, I can't. No, we're not doing that.
We've been in enough trouble. I want to build. Let's see. Y'all boys are having too much fun. I agree.
Hey, man, I live for having fun.
About. That's what Dunkin' Butts is about. Oh, one other thing I want to talk about. We're winding down Dunkin' Butts. 166,000.
Our first episode was 3 hours.
Yeah, I can't go through.
That was our marathon. That was Matt Pangrak's marathon version.
Lord have mercy. I text him and
Matt,
said, you got more patience than I do.
Golly, he had a lot.
Yeah.
And he had to click out. Like I did watch it. I watched Matt.
I still haven't got to see. I gotta go back.
Click everybody out all the time because they didn't have. He had to go to commercial. I could imagine how much of us insane.
Oh yeah, dude, I'm out.
Yeah,
I told him, I'm like, man, I was texting. I'm like, I just saw the post about how many people he had on one time. It gave me.
He had blocking
sweaties. I know.
And you said it a while ago. You said spotlighting a while ago.
Did I?
Yeah. I thought you don't watch it too much. That. Well, you did. You said it.
I said it. I didn't mean it.
Go back when you go back and you said, "Yeah, that spotlight." And I said, "Dang, he must have watched Block-It on there because they called it spot." And then Matt said, "We don't call it spotlighting on this." On
Panger did.
Yeah,
good for Panger.
Yeah, he said at the end of it, he said, "Okay, Randy, we got to get out of here. You got to go too." And then, but we don't allow spotlighting on this podcast. He said, "Well, I call it how I see it." Oh
yeah.
And then Austin Felix came on there right after that. I was like, oh my gosh, okay, here we go.
Dunkin' Butts 24-hour live fundraiser in the future. Can we do it? Could we go 20 hours?
What are we fundraising?
I don't know. We'll figure something out.
James's jersey. Let him have some money for it.
No, he could make so much money if he would just sell jerseys.
Dadgummit, I got to go look at it on the way home.
Show me on the Dollar Live Scope. I don't think we are. Are we back? Josh just unplugged the whole.
I just went to go do something and I just unplugged. I think I'm wrapped up like a Chinese. I'm wrapped up like a Chinese finger trap back here on this chair.
You literally unplugged everything.
Did I?
Dunkin' Butts Tour 2024 is coming to the Bassmaster Classic next March.
Yeah, we're coming to the class. If y'all wasn't there last year, it was.
Maybe some audio equipment that y'all don't yank out. Love the show.
Hey,
yeah, listen.
Look, if you, I wish
cord controlling this whole operation, and Josh.
Look how Chinese checker trapped I am right here. You can pour some powder on that and get it untangled if you need to.
Sounds like Matt Aries' last pod.
Huh? Matt Aries' last pod.
Yeah, he does that podcast with Brian Thrift.
Oh yeah. What was you gonna say?
I don't know. I hope we're coming through the.
Oh, that's
I gotta check something real quick. Oh yeah, we're sounding terrible.
Are we really?
Now we're probably sounding better.
We sounding better now, boys.
They had real bad audio issues. Now we're back. Yeah, I think we were going off my crappy MacBook for a second. Lost the sound for a minute. Thought y'all got censored. That ain't happening.
No.
Yeah, now we're back.
Censored.
Now we're going back. Last thing. I'll try not to. Sorry, guys.
I'm sorry.
I thought it automatically connected back, but it didn't. Once my co-host here for Dunkin' Butts 3 unplugged.
Like I said twice, I'm wrapped up like a Chinese finger trap down here on my chair. If y'all could just see this.
You do have.
I'm telling you, I'm not lying.
I don't know how much.
Fix it when
there's not enough room to be spinning as much as you appear to have been spinning this entire
I've been locked up this whole episode, and I spun one time, and it just yanked everything.
Let's
talk
real quick.
Low budget.
Did you hear about it? Is low. You made it low budget tonight by unplugging it. I made the mistake last Dunkin' Butts, and we didn't have good audio.
Hey, by the way, I'm being really responsible, and I've only drank one beer.
I agree.
Did you see that?
One.
Yep.
You're a responsible human.
It wasn't going to be
He's a showstopper.
It wasn't going to be a 3.5 hour.
Still, no, we're not doing a 3.5 hour tonight.
No.
The triple threat will be mad. You don't want the triple threat.
I don't want to go.
You don't want LA mad. You don't want Tam Tam mad. Or
I don't want nobody mad.
You don't want anybody mad, buddy. Lee Livesey, did you hear that he got fined by Bassmaster?
No, this is the first of.
Yeah.
First I've heard of that, Luke. What's going on with that?
Is this a new segment? What's going on with that, Luke?
What's going on with that, Luke?
Luke.
Luke, what is? It should start out saying, "Hey, did you hear?" And I'd say, "News to me."
Yeah.
What's going on?
He got fined by Bass because he tagged. I guess it was after the forward facing sonar thing. He tagged all the people that were on the council or special forces decision makers. I don't know how it works.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And one of those people happened to be Chase Anderson. And Lee.
How much?
I don't know. I don't know the amount, but I do know that he got fined. Free Lee Livesey. Free Lee.
Please, free Lee.
Free Lee. He's a good boy.
Yeah, they're
just
good.
Was on the cover of Bassmaster, but
yeah, and
but he did get fined. He did get fined. And I think it's a strange thing to fine a customer. It's the same thing I said about Watson. It's weird to find someone that pays you $40,000 a year.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think it can be just you can do and say whatever you want. I understand that. But also, if I'm handing you $40,000, Josh Butts.
Yeah, I would not want to be fined. And
I wouldn't want to be fined.
I would have to give them what? $50,000? What'd you say? $40,000 or $50,000?
I don't know. It's a lot.
Then I'd
have like $5,000 event, like 45K, like 9 events, right?
Yeah, and then I'd have to give you another $5,000.
I can do that math, and I went to county school. Plus expenses.
You know what mine was called? St. Clair County High School.
St. Clair.
It wasn't a town name, it was a county name high school. But hey, speaking of anglers, Matt Herron came to the MPFL, is he not?
Well, he says if the schedule works out, he's coming.
Oh, okay. Yeah. He posted about it today.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, so good for Matt.
I've heard from a lot of this week in the last 7 days since that announcement. My phone has heard from some folks.
Yeah.
I hope it works out.
This guy over here, Billy Rusher, he is about lit because he spelled light wrong.
Lab.
Yep, he spelled it lab. Bush lab.
That's a good point from cameraman Cletus, who says at least Lee didn't waste his money on waypoints so he could pay his fine. True that.
Fine.
Take it
and run with it.
Take it and pay it. Take it and pay it. MPFL will be stacked. Scott Clark coming in.
What would Denny Brower do if he was still fishing? Have you ever thought about that? Mm-mm. He wouldn't be, but I'm just saying, what if he was in the shenanigans? I wonder if he had like a pool or something. Like, I wonder if he if he was so intimidated. Yeah, maybe. I guarantee he swims now. He goes out there like Amistad all the time and catches them. He says he likes that forward facing sonar stuff.
What's that?
Where are you at? Fat Fingers?
Yeah, fat fingers. For future anglers that get caught in some BS. That's our fundraiser, Todd saying, for our 24-hour.
Yeah. We can
Future
help 'em.
anglers, fines.
I was actually thinking about trying to help the Dollar General workers out a little bit.
Listen, that one. That one lady that works there has told me no less than 5 times exactly what she makes.
She don't like it.
How much she hates it. And I told her, hey, if you don't like this, I promise you there's somewhere else you can work to make the same amount of money or maybe even more.
Yeah.
If you're unhappy, because I'll say this, you heard her tonight. She's telling customers, don't ever come in here. Don't work here. It's rough, dude.
But the other lady that was trying to help, like the long line, we was like talking, saying, man, how's y'all days? Y'all know, how's your day? And she said, that other lady that was helping like 30 customers over here came over there just to talk. And I'm like, those customers are going to get,
they were mad. They were hating us. And we were getting our arts and crafts. Josh told them we were getting poster board for arts and crafts.
Our children.
That's $10 we ever spent, though.
It was,
to
really.
be fair. Denny would be taking fines like Stallone did in Demolition Man. That's true. Denny does not hold his tongue. Denny does not hold his tongue.
No, he don't. He don't like. He was very secretive about his baits as well.
There ain't no doubt about that.
He didn't like Zona interviewing him.
Mm-mm.
But then he went on Bassmaster. He was on Bassmaster as a. Wait a minute. I just came up with it. Who do you think is going to take? I know everybody's like, Luke needs to go to Bassmaster. Who's going to take that?
To be fair, not everybody.
Yeah, well, who's going to
Some
take
people.
Who's going to take that position?
I think Davey ends up with it.
Yeah.
I may be way wrong. Davey's already been in the chair when Mark's not there. I think it's probably just natural. Davey understands the assignment.
Yeah.
You got Ronnie, Davey, Tommy.
Yeah, Ronnie, Davey, Tommy, and then you got
the bigger question is when Tommy retires, how does it go from there?
Right. Well, that's Ronnie.
No, for sure. But I'm saying but then you're just going to have 2. So do you add more? Because they've had a pretty big team for a while now. So
yeah, you got to. Was it going to be Kyle Jesse? Because
Kyle's good.
Yeah,
Kyle's really good.
Yeah,
I'm a Kyle Jesse fan.
Speaking of a shoot, where was I at? Kyle Jet. No, it wasn't anything about that. Anyways, sorry. My mind goes places and then I can't think about them no more. Really, I really had something really interesting.
But you can't remember it?
No.
But you know it was interesting. This is why I love you, Josh.
Yeah, I know it was interesting.
You know it was going to be a zinger.
I never make notes, though. So I'm like, it's all in my head. You don't make
notes for our show, Dunkin' Butts. I don't have many notes tonight, but we do have a lot of poster board.
It's all in my head, and it's like the teacher's reading my essay backwards when in my head. It's like, what do I need to talk about first? You know.
What were your grades like in school, Josh?
Actually, hear me out.
Okay.
9th grade, I got an award for the best grade, the best average in my grade for biology.
Okay.
First award I got in high school. Ever since then, it was A's and B's, C's.
Okay.
I mean, I was pretty nifty.
You strike me as you're like me. That paying attention is.
I was a sports guy too, though.
Oh yeah.
So I needed to get done with my stuff. So I did pull the boat. Me and Jordan, my buddy that lives in Wyoming, we used to pull the old pan fishing boat to school, park it in the back lot. We'd be hit if it wasn't baseball season or basketball season. We'd pull it to the lake.
So you play basketball too?
Oh,
I knew you were a baseballer.
Baseballer and I love basketball.
You dunk it?
No,
Just
heck
butts?
no.
Just
I can't jump.
Dunkin' Butts?
I can't dunk a butts. Yeah.
No Dunkin' Butts.
No.
For real, no Dunkin' Butts. I think I think Laura Hand should take Zona's job. She could do it.
She could. She could do anything she puts her
Let me
mind
back
to.
up. Nobody can replace Zona.
No.
Right.
Absolutely not.
But if they need more peoples.
If they need more peoples, hey, I might come in there.
The crazy thing about your wife is not only can she do all the talent stuff on camera, she can also edit and film and do the whole thing.
Oh, she'd have freaked out if I'd have unplugged this in the middle of something.
Oh yeah, she'd have been mad at you. She'd have been here. LA
but buddy,
let
me tell you something. She would have done it quick. She would have put that back quicker than
me in LA. The first ABT I did filling in for somebody, I can't remember, maybe Jason. We ran, it was Lake in the South, ABT South 2 years ago. Cold. We run all the way down to lower end. That was my assignment. Go down by the dam. Okay, cool. So we go around Paint Rock, whatever. Yep. We go all the way down there. She says, my camera battery's dead. It's not working. They had given her.
Oh no.
They had given her, and the backup was.
She didn't tell me that.
She's like, we're gonna have to go back. And I said, I said, we gotta go back all the way up there, back there where we just came from, where it was so cold. And she goes, I'm sorry.
I could imagine.
And we said, skirt, and turned around and ran all the way back. Got new gear, turned around and ran all the way back down there again.
I guarantee
we were cold by the time we got there.
100% fact. She was freaking.
Yeah, she was not happy.
She would not have been happy.
Not her fault.
No.
At all.
But she still feels, she's so sweet.
Oh, yeah. She was like, I'm so sorry. But we ran it 3 times. I'm like, hey, I just got my express that year, a couple weeks before. I was like, hey, we're stretching it out. Yeah, it's okay. We're stretching out the express. LA was my camera op for several ABTs, man. We had a good time.
She is so talented at everything she does. I'm not just saying that because she's my wife.
Because she's probably watching. You're not just saying that.
No, I know 100%. She's the most artistic, sweet.
She is very artistic.
Freaking on top of things, like it's unreal. She makes me a better person each and every day.
I believe that.
Yeah, it's unreal.
You're a good dude, but
LA
makes you. She takes you up a couple notches.
Yeah,
I'll say that.
Yeah. When I go home though, I really work's kind of slowing down right now for a couple of weeks, and it's hard not to go to that dove field. I be itching. I'm like, golly.
Your obsession with
those little birds right there.
I love all kinds of hunting. Obviously, you can tell there's dead animals everywhere in this room. Josh Butts. So help me.
I'm getting all cramped.
You are so tangled. I don't even know. I have a lot of people sitting in this chair. Luke. I have a lot of people sitting in this chair. Never have I seen anybody get a backlash like you got right now.
I've not been this tangled. I think it was all set up by the industry people. This chair was over there when I first started. Okay. I had to move it myself. I came back over here.
When you're with Laurann's family and you guys are at the beach, do you ever do your Josh Trump
by myself?
Do you ever do? Do you ever do your Josh Trump
like let's family go out this way?
You do your Josh Trump.
So.
You do your Josh Trump. Yeah.
Well.
It's the hands for me, really.
Yeah, it is for everybody. Yeah,
it's really what makes it.
When he goes.
Nobody does a better Trump than Gillis.
Shane
Gillis kills it.
I can't wait till not to. I've already seen clip. I was like, that's gonna be the best kill Tony ever.
Josh Gillis.
That's it. If me and Shane Gillis went together, it would be bad. Bad.
I agree.
We could get off some rambling stuff.
I would enjoy that very much in my
life. But speaking of like that type of podcast, we go back to, how your English teacher always told you how to start an essay and how to end an essay, going back to that first essay, kind of reminiscing it. Let's go back to the chimp crazy.
Okay, we're going to close it out. Here we go.
Here's tip 1. I wish we'd have done some poster boards on this. If I've never had a chimp, never had a monkey, never anything. But
thanks for clearing that up. Lots of comments coming. Low-lifers want to know how many monkeys you own.
My brother may be one, but I haven't figured that out yet. But if you ever own one, please do not take anything away. This is a PSA for everybody out there. Do not take anything away from that chimp. Do not take a cake away. Okay. Do not take it.
Happy Meal. They love a Happy Meal.
Don't take the Happy Meal away. Do not take a toy away. Do not pay attention to the other chimp that you bought. If you pay attention to the other chimp you bought, the other one will rip your face off. Okay. It'll rip your face off to where you don't know where you're at anymore, and you'll still be alive.
You're passionate about this.
Joe Rogan made me passionate about that.
Well, if you watch the show on HBO right now, Chimp Crazy, 4-part documentary series, you will understand that there are people obsessed with having chimps and other monkeys, like exotics. But these chimps, once they get older, like there's this one who's like 38 years old, dude. He's as old as I am almost.
Yeah.
Just ate a lady's face off. Yep. Her eyeballs, the whole deal, man.
Sorry.
Whole deal.
And
Sorry but I mean,
they will rip your police doors off too.
they will rip it. Yes, off a squad car. That has happened.
I mean, they're that
Chimp
strong.
Crazy on HBO. I wish I had a code to see if y'all went to watch it.
Gosh, man.
Dunkin 10 at HBO Max. It's worth your time. Stop watching this insanity. Go watch Chimp Crazy, and y'all get back with me next week because
I want to know as well. Because I'm gonna go.
You need to watch it.
Is it a part series, like a documentary?
It's 4 parts. Yeah. Chimp Crazy.
Well, I'm gonna have to go watch that.
The same guy that did Tiger King, that directed Tiger King, directed it.
That seems very legitimate.
On brand. Because he heard about this lady that was kind of like the kingpin in the exotic chimp world, and she avoided him for years and years and years and years. It would not take a documentary, so he sends in another old boy to be a fake director. Spoiler alert. Yeah, go and watch it. Amazing. Dunkin Butts Tour 2024 to 2025 coming up. Where are we going next, you think?
Madison Square Garden.
Next one, we're getting out of the bar and grill. Where are we going for the next one?
Madison Square Garden.
Madison Square Garden.
Baby, wouldn't that be cool?
Maybe on the sidewalk at Madison Square Garden.
We're the
on the steps.
If somebody wants to buy us a chimp, we'll take it on a lease too.
We don't want a chimp, dude.
Well, we can give it to somebody there if
No, Michelle. Okay, got to clear it up. You don't see the chimp eat faces. It's a very small part of the story.
Yeah, and I'm sure they blur it out or something.
No. It tells stories about the fact that has happened. This is about mainly this one lady that's really obsessed with monkeys. She says she likes them better. Hang on, I'll read a quote from it.
Please do. Because
I got this from Brad Fuller earlier.
King, I'll never.
The opening line of the show is this: the way you love your natural born child is different than the way you love a monkey. Go watch Chimp Crazy.
Watch it.
Chimp Crazy.
What?
Go watch
Why does somebody want one? There's people that like alligators and they walk them too. I just don't understand that.
Well, I think it's because when them little baby monkeys, they're cute. You know, oh, look at it. Look at that. Look at that little fella. And then all of a sudden it walks up to you and it's like, as tall as you are.
I'll freak out, buddy.
And that thing walks up.
I punch that thing in the face and I promise you.
Does Boy Dunkin own chimps? The question coming in.
Probably so. I looked at his house the other day when I was fishing.
Was there one swinging outside or anything?
I think he had a
sanctuary.
Well, he had monkey bars out there. So
thank you, Tam Tam. She said thanks for a good show. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
I can't say that. I didn't. I was reading her comment.
Bless his heart.
Big orange. I was reading her comment. I'll see y'all in
your whole screen right here is crimson red.
No,
so,
it's
what's
not
red?
Crimson. It's red.
In Spanish, what is red? Come on. Blue.
Not crimson. Dude. Rojo, right?
Yep, rojo.
See, well, that has nothing to do with the crimson.
Green. Go green. Go green. What's green?
It's been a minute.
Come on. Luke, that's an easy one.
Green.
What kind of sauce is green? Salsa. Somebody's gonna get it.
Verde.
There you go. Bam.
Get out of here.
That's all too.
Look at that. Look at that. Dunkin Butts 3.
That was actually really good.
Dunkin Butts 3. Trace.
Yeah. I can't.
or Trez, as you just said.
I can't pronounce the that lake or what the sound that they're going to. But I
want to try one more time in closing.
Yes. James.
Thank you guys for hanging with us. Nico for president. Go Big Orange, indeed.
Who for president?
Nico, our quarterback, buddy.
Nico Ryan?
Yeah, I'm a lava.
Nolan Ryan. He was a good pitcher.
I can't with you.
James.
DB3 was about like Shrek 3. I don't know is that an insult or is that positive? I don't know that I've seen Shrek 3. Big Shrek guy on the first two.
Well, Shrek 3 hasn't came out yet until 2025, I don't think. I don't know what they're. Yeah, they haven't even seen it yet. Shrek 3 don't come out until 2025. The only reason I know this, I saved it for Lorraine and I showed it to her. I was like, we need to go see that. Do you think Michael Jackson's still alive? I think so. I really do.
The the absurdity
honestly
of how your brain works sometimes really does. And I have one of those brains too, but buddy, you really, I think a lot of times the things that I'm thinking about, you might actually say them.
I do. Sometimes you just need to be verbal about it, Luke.
I want to end on this joke.
Okay.
My brother said this one time. He said, my brother had ADHD. He was like, diagnosed, before it was cool. Now everybody's got
everybody
something.
loves it.
Everybody's got something.
Yep.
Everybody's got a little something.
Tism.
And that's right. I got a lot of that, I think. But my brother, it was at his wedding, and he was super, 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 super hungover from the night before. And we're taking pictures. And he goes, and he'd been throwing up like in the yard of the church. It's real life. Shout out Blake Dunkin. And he goes, you know how many people with ADD it takes to screw in a light bulb? Want to go ride bikes? And to this day, it's one of the best jokes I've ever heard.
Which one's the clapping one?
Right there.
I'm glad we got this board fixed.
I'm glad we got it plugged back in. Thank y'all. I'm gonna take y'all out with some Lexi Blues, and I'm gonna
hold on. I want everybody to look up one thing. I want everybody to look up and see if two things. If Michael Jackson's still alive, and Hitler was Walt Disney. So I'm leaving it with that.
I don't even know
Leaving it
where
with
this
that.
went. I feel like we could have been canceled. Thank y'all. Take y'all some Lexi Blues. We'll see y'all next week for a probably not so live.
Dunkin' Butts 4 later.
Dunkin' Butts 4 at a different location. Maybe not the bar and grill. It's getting
We might
hot.
do it somewhere. Yeah, McDonald's.
Well, it's home field. I got to come to Alabama for the next one.
Dove hunting.
Dove hunting.
Bam.
See.
I ain't never met a riverboat dealer that could ever be a friend of mine. The summer heat never treats me kind, it leaves trouble on my mind. So I'm bidding farewell.